Good morning, everyone. I shared one video on the WhatsApp. Please go through it. What will be the answer for this question? Am I audible?
Sir, it will be yes.
It is R or S?
Yes.
Okay, so suppose we observe from this side. So these groups will have 1, 2, correct? And these group will have 3, 4, correct?
Yes.
Now, this one is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, according to SIP rule, correct? Now, if we are observing from this side, then this will be 1 is downward, 2 is upward, correct? Now, if we are seeing molecule from this side, then this iodine we will observe in right side or left side. If we are seeing molecule, we are standing here and we are seeing this molecule, then this will be in our left hand, correct? So here will be 3 in left side and this will be 4. We will move one from 1 to 2 to 3 by crossing 4. So this molecule will be S. Always we will cross 4, correct? Understood? So the configuration of this molecule will be S. Understood? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now you can complete this video later on. This is not in JE syllabus, but this can be asked because R and S is in syllabus. So this can be asked if paper is slightly tough or so you just go through, just do 2 to 3 example. So next topic is salt analysis. And today we will discuss about anion. Okay. Salt analysis, anion. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the most important chapter for JEE Advance in inorganic chemistry. After chemical bonding and coordination compound, qualitative analysis is the most important. Now, just write down one question. Which of the following, which of the following statement are correct or incorrect? First statement, in thiourea test, in thiourea test for nitrate, in thiourea test for nitrate, a green colored solution is obtained. Okay. B option, it is not necessary to carry. It is not necessary to carry it out. It is not necessary to carry it out the chromyl chloride test, chromyl chloride test in a dry test tube. C option. Suspension of CdCO3 gives black PPT with Na2S solution. D option. In PbNO3, the ground ring test, the ground ring test, in PbNO3, the ground ring test can be performed with its water extract. Okay, so these are the four options. We have to tell which one is incorrect. And this is one or more than one correct.
Sir, this is multiple correct, right?
Yes, one or more than one correct. One or more than one correct. See, now listen carefully. I already shared you the module of qualitative analysis cation and anion. You just check in that folder. Okay. So what is idea? In coming 3 to 4 days, okay, what we will do, I am going to clear it now. You just take printout of the theories, qualitative analysis cation and qualitative analysis anion, okay? And we will, I will give you some question, okay? Now, now there are only two possibilities. Either you know that about this option or you don't know. So what you have to do, if you don't know, you just go in salt analysis anion, just check thiourea test, then you would definitely you will get idea about this statement. Okay. So through question we will learn theory. Got my point? So in this point I discussed about thiourea test. In this point, chromyl chloride test. And this is about reaction of CdCO3 with Na2S. So color of sulfides in PbNO3, Browning test. So understood? So you just open in
Yes.
one tab, keep open the salt analysis anion theory notes. Okay. I just shared in the WhatsApp if you don't have right now. I shared in the WhatsApp. You just open that file and identify about these statements. About the first statement, thiourea test, you got the thiourea test? Hello.
Yes, sir. What did you say?
In thiourea test, got it? Thiourea test? It is given in the page number 9.
Yes.
So you just check the theory part of thiourea test.
Okay.
Page number 9.
Yes, it's saying blood red color solution obtained.
Yes. So
Not
just go through thiourea test. It is given when a dilute acetic acid solution of nitrite treated with little solid thiourea nitrogen is evolved and thiocyanic acid is produced. Okay, so HNO2, initially NaNO2 plus acetic acid, HNO2 is forming, HNO2 with thiourea, N2 is forming, and HSCN is forming. And FeCl3, when we put FeCl3 solution, then you already knowing this thing that Fe3 plus with SCN minus blood red coloration. Remember this thing, SCN minus acetate ion and formate ion. Fe3 plus with acetate ion, Fe3 plus ion with formate ion, and Fe3 plus ion with SCN minus ion, correct? Gives blood red color. We already discussed this thing. This is very important fact. If we are having Fe3 plus ion and SCN minus or acetate ion or formate ion, blood red coloration. Understood? This is very important. So basically what will happen in thiourea test of nitrate or nitrite both. Okay. A green colored solution is obtained. It is not green, it should be red. You can check it in nitrate also. Okay, in nitrate, thiourea test of nitrate is not given, but it is similar to nitrite. Okay, or you can get it here nitrite. Okay, actually this is for nitrite. Okay, so in thiourea test for nitrite, a green colored solution is obtained. So this is incorrect. Correct? Understood about this point? Do you have any doubt in this about thiourea test? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay. So in thiourea, you can keep in mind like NaNO2 plus acetic acid will produce HNO2, and this HNO2 on reaction with thiourea NH2CS NH2, okay, will produce N2 gas along with HSCN, and on addition of Fe3 plus, it will give FeSCN whole thrice, and this is blood red coloration. Got it? So we need to remember thiourea test for nitrate. This is important. Okay. Now let's discuss about second point. It is not necessary to carry out the chromyl chloride test in a dry test tube. So just check chromyl chloride test and try to identify this information is given information is correct or incorrect. Got the information? Hello.
Yes, it says a test should be carried out in a dry test tube, otherwise chromic acid will be formed.
Yes, because CrO2Cl2 is a volatile compound, okay? Because CrO2Cl2 is not having hydrogen bonding, correct? That's why its volatile nature is high. But when water is there, then like a substitution reaction will be there. In place of Cl, we will get OH. So we will get H2CrO4. Okay, and H2CrO4 will have uh, decent hydrogen bonding in the liquid state. So it will not vaporize. Then the test will be negative, correct? Understood? This is mentioned in theory notes. Everyone got this point? Hello.
Yes.
You can check in page number 10. Page number 10, chromyl chloride test. When we are having chloride with Cr2O7 2 minus plus H plus, we are getting deep red vapors of CrO2Cl2. When deep red vapors are passed into sodium hydroxide solution, a yellow solution of Na2CrO4 is formed, which when treated with lead acetate gives yellow PPT or lead chromate. We know there are four precipitate of chromate. You know this thing? आज बाराती पागल हो
HCPB.
आज बाराती पागल होंगे Kg plus Ba2 plus Pb2 plus and Hg2 plus. These are the chromates. Okay. So Ag2CrO4 is red PPT. BaCrO4 is yellow PPT. PbCrO4 is yellow PPT. And Hg2CrO4 is red PPT. Correct? Understood? So what is chromyl chloride test? Initially, we will have chloride ion in the solution, and when we will put concentrated H2SO4, okay, then we will get CrO2Cl2 on reaction with K2Cr2O7. On putting NaOH solution, we will get Na2CrO4, which is yellow colored solution. But these are four metals. When yellow solution will convert to PPT. Understood chromyl chloride test? Next, now there are four notes. Note number one, heavy metal chlorides such as Hg2Cl2, HgCl2, SnCl2, AgCl, PbCl2, and SbCl3, CuCl do not respond to this test due to high covalent character, as a result of which sufficient free chloride ion not available. For this test, chromyl chloride test, chloride ion concentration should be sufficient. But if heavy metal chloride is there, then there will be covalent character, high covalent character, then chloride ion concentration will be less, then test will be negative. Second point, the test should be carried out in a dry test tube, otherwise chromic acid will be formed. If chromic acid will be formed, then orange red vapors or this red vapors of CrO2, Cl2 will not form, and chromic acid is yellow color solution. Third point, bromide and iodide must be absent for this test because they are oxidized by Cr2O72 minus into Br2 and I2 respectively. Both Br2 and I2 produce colorless solution with NaOH solution. So obviously bromide and iodide should not be present. NO2 minus, NO3 minus, and ClO2 minus radical also interfere with the test and so should be absent. So these are four most important key points about chromyl chloride test. Now we can clearly say this information is also incorrect. Understood? Now what about point number C?
Sir, it's incorrect because CDS is yellow precipitate.
Yeah, so CD to CDS is yellow colored BPT. Yes or no? So this is also incorrect. Okay. CDS is yellow. ZNS is white. MNS is pink or buff. And AS2S3 is yellow. SB2S3 orange. SNS brown. SNS2 yellow. So these are non-black. Okay. These are non-black sulfide. Rest all are black in color. Yes or no? These are non-black. Rest all other sulfide which is having precipitate, that will be black precipitate. Understood? Okay, so I am assuming that you know that chart. If you remember, first one is, I guess, SST नहीं आता काम, CBI ने पकड़े ऑक्स, BSF पुलिस. You know this thing?
Yes, sir.
And for cation, आज होगा प्रभात, होगा पंजाब में कोई कैदी बीमार. We already discussed that thing, identification of group. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so we discussed now. So we already discussed the color of sulfides, color of chlorides, carbonate, and the identification of group reagent. Is this understood to everyone? So the CDS is definitely yellow colored. Now, what about the last point?
It's incorrect.
Why it is incorrect?
because brown ring test involves H2SO4, so it will give a PPT of lead sulfate with it.
Yes, so that brown ring will become invisible because of precipitate presence. Could you please tell the page number where this information is mentioned in the file so that everyone can check?
I didn't read it from the file actually.
Okay. So you just check in that file also. Okay, so if there is any precipitate formation during the brown ring test, then brown ring will be invisible. Okay. Okay, so this is also incorrect. So answer of this question will be A, B, C, D. So see, the purpose of taking this question is not only that we have to solve some question. See, in this first option, we discussed about thiourea test. You just go through the thiourea test. And in second option, chromyl chloride test. In third option, the color of metal sulfides. We discussed non-black colored, rest all are black. And in fourth option, about the sulfate PPT. And the sulfate PPT, what is the key pointer? आज सारे बाराती पागल होंगे. Okay. Ag plus, Sr2 plus, Ba2 plus, Pb2 plus, and Hg22 plus. Okay. So these are the sulfates which are insoluble, and these sulfates are black in color. Sorry, white in color. White color PPT. Ag2SO4, white. PbS, SrSO4, SrSO4 white. PbSO4 white, or BaSO4 white, Hg2SO4 white. So is there any doubt in this question? So you just note down the key pointer of all the, and I will suggest please go through thiourea test and chromyl chloride test and brown ring test, and that chart in which the precipitate colored of precipitate are given. So very important section. Now next question. Concentrated H2SO4 will not give any gas. Just write down the question. Concentrated H2SO4 will not give any gas
Can you please repeat?
Concentrated H2SO4 will not give any gas. Concentrated H2SO4 will not give any gas with first option ZnSO4, second option Ba3PO4 whole twice, third option Mg3BO2 whole twice, and D option NaNO3. So basically ZnSO4 plus concentrated H2SO4. Okay, so just solve this question and message me in the chat box. What will be your answer and what is the logic? Okay, so in anion category, first is dilute acid group. Okay, SST नहीं आता काम. So sulfide, thiosulfate, nitrite, acetate, carbonate, and bicarbonate. These are the compounds which will produce dilute gas, any gas in dilute acid, correct? Second is concentrated group. CBI ने पकड़े ऑक्स, क्लोराइड, ब्रोमाइड, iodide, nitrate, and not pakade just for the filling the sentence, oxalate. So these are the acid radicals which will produce gas in concentrated acid. Okay, so if we will put concentrated acid, if these anions are giving gas in dilute, then definitely these will give in concentrated. Okay, understood? And the last group is special group. In special group, BSF police, BSF police. B means borate and all type of borate, tetraborate, metaborate, correct? S stands for sulfate, F is fluoride, and police is phosphate. Okay, so these are special radicals, will not produce any gas or volatile compound on reaction with dilute as well as concentrated acid. Okay, so sulfate is in category 3, so it will not give any gas or volatile compound. Phosphate will not give any volatile or gaseous compound, and this is one of the family radical of borate, so it will not give, and definitely it will produce NO2 gas on reaction with concentrated acid. So correct answer should be ABC. Understood? Do you remember this discussion?
Yes.
Okay. So here you can take borate, metaborate, tetraborate, any type of borate. Okay. If boron is in +5 oxidation state, sorry, if boron is in +3 oxidation state, then that is the family of borate only, correct?
Yes.
And similarly, we can take here like phosphate, pyrophosphate, metaphosphate, any phosphate, any type of phosphate will not give any type of volatile compound. And in the sulfate also, sulfate, pyrosulfate, okay? So ABC should be the correct answer. Just note down the explanation. Next question. Which of the following statement, write down the next question. Which of the following statement which of the following statement Which of the following statements is our correct? Which of the following statements is our correct regarding chromyl chloride test? First option, formation of chromyl chloride vapor. Formation of chromyl chloride vapor. B option, liberation of chlorine gas. Liberation of Cl2 gas. C, formation of lead chromate PbCrO4. D, formation of reddish brown vapor. Okay.
Yes.
Just go through chromyl chloride test, you will get the answer. When any ionic chloride reacts with K2Cr2O7 in concentrated H2SO4. Okay, so ideally see, concentrated H2SO4 is there and NaCl is there. So there should be Cl2 gas formation. But in presence of K2Cr2O7, it is a special reaction and it will produce orange-red vapors of CrO2Cl2. On putting NaOH, it will produce Na2CrO4 yellow solution. Yes or no? And on putting Pb2 plus, it will give PbCrO4 yellow PPT. Okay, this is yellow solution, and this is orange red or reddish brown vapor. Okay, so answer should be formation of chromyl chloride vapor. Yes. Formation, liberation of Cl2. No, there is no Cl2 liberation. Formation of PbCrO4. This is confirmatory test for the chromyl chloride test. And formation of reddish brown vapor. So correct answer should be A, C, and D. Got it? Is there any doubt? I will suggest
No doubt.
revise again and again from the same notes. Okay, next one of the most important discussion. Please open page number 5. Chromate. Got it? Okay.
Sir, can you please repeat which page?
Okay. Page number 5. Got it?
Yes.
Hello. Okay.
Yes.
So what is the key point about carbonate? Except carbonate of alkali metal and ammonium, all other normal carbonates are insoluble. Except carbonate of alkali metal and ammonium. Okay. Except carbonate of first metal, some. Okay. All other normal carbonates are insoluble. Got it? Hello.
Yes.
So we have to remember this. Now sulfide, only the sulfide of alkali metal and ammonium. Only the sulfide of first metal and ammonium. Okay. Only the sulfide of alkali metal and of ammonium are water soluble. Rest all are either partially soluble or insoluble. The sulfides of other metal either insoluble or partially soluble. Understood? Got it? Just note down these points. These are very important points. Third, the acid and normal polysulfide of alkali metal are water soluble. The normal sulfide of most other metal are insoluble. Those of the alkaline earth metals are partially soluble, but are gradually changed by contact with water into soluble hydrogen sulfide. Okay? So message is clear. The acid, normal, and polysulfide. Basically, alkali metal sulfide are soluble. The normal sulfide of most other metal are insoluble. Okay. Those of alkali metal, alkaline earth metal, sulfides are insoluble. But when they are contact with water, they will produce hydrogen sulfide, which is soluble. Understood?
Yes.
So alkali metal sulfides are water soluble, and metal sulfide of any other metal is insoluble. Okay, but for alkaline earth metal, metal sulfide is soluble, but when they will be in contact with water, they will produce metal hydrogen sulfide, which are soluble. So you just write down the statement. Okay, for nitrite, all metal nitrite are water soluble except AgNO2. AgNO2 is partially soluble. All metal nitrite are water soluble except AgNO2, which is partially soluble. Okay. Nitrates, all metal nitrates are water soluble, and there is no exception for this. So you just wrote down nitrite and nitrate also. Next, chloride, bromide, and iodide. Just remember 746. 746. Okay. Chloride. There is one acetate also. Acetate. All acetates are water soluble except Ag first and Hg second, which are partially soluble. So you can write down acetate here. All are soluble except Ag silver acetate and mercury 2 acetate, partially soluble. Okay. This is very important chart. Just note down and revise it again and again. Very useful information for inorganic chemistry. Let me know once you complete up to acetate. Just note down all the points. Then we will move to chloride, bromide, and iodide. Done? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now for chloride, the most chloride are water soluble. PbCl2, this is very famous line. PbCl2 is sparingly soluble in cold, but readily soluble in boiling water. So PbCl2, it is insoluble in cold water and it is soluble in hot water. Okay. And second is Hg2Cl2, third is AgCl. So basically these three are from group 1. You remember Aaj Hoga Prabhat. AgCl, Hg2Cl2 and PbCl2. And I just marked a star in PbCl2. Why? Because it is insoluble in hot water. Okay. And next is CuCl. And oxychlorides are there, 3 oxychlorides also. SbOCl, we know this thing in hydrolysis. And BiOCl also. BiOCl and SbOCl. And one is Hg2OCl2. Okay. So see, this is 7. Most of the chloride are water soluble. PbCl2 is insoluble in cold water, and in boiling water it is soluble. Hg2Cl2, AgCl, CuCl, BiOCl, SbOCl, and Hg2OCl2 are insoluble in water. So basically these are 7 insoluble, okay, and 6 are completely insoluble, and 1 is soluble in hot water. That's why I mentioned here 7, because these are 7 chlorides. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Next, the same, these 4 copy paste. AgBr, Hg2Br2, PbBr2, and CuBr. Okay, so this is 4, and these are 4, and here star mark. Understood? Silver, mercury 1, copper 1, bromides are insoluble. Lead bromide is sparingly soluble in cold, but more soluble in boiling water. All other bromides are soluble in water. Understood? Other than these 7, all chlorides are soluble. Other than these 4, all metal bromide are soluble. Understood? Next, iodide. Same these 4, okay? AgI, Hg2I2, PbI2, CuI. Now we have to take 2 more. So one is bismuth, third, and mercury second. Hgi2 and BiI3. These are water insoluble. Other than these 6, rest all other metal iodide are water soluble. So just remember 746, okay? Got it? Just note down.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And we already discussed sulfate and chromate. Yes or no? For sulfate, आज सारे बाराती पागल होंगे. These are insoluble, rest all other are soluble. Chromate, आज बाराती पागल होंगे. These four are insoluble, rest all other are soluble in water. So just note down up to sulfate, chromate, up to chromate. Completed. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next is phosphate. The phosphate of alkali metal, with the exception of lithium and ammonium. See, the phosphate of alkali metal except lithium. So basically phosphate of sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium plus ammonium are soluble in water. The primary phosphate, 1 degree phosphate of alkaline earth metal are soluble. All other phosphate of other metal are also the secondary and tertiary metal phosphate of alkaline earth metal are sparingly soluble. So basically phosphate, just remember sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and ammonium. These phosphates are water soluble. Rest all other phosphate are insoluble. Okay. And if we talk about alkaline earth metal, okay, 1 degree phosphate is soluble, 2 degree, 3 degree phosphate are partially soluble, and rest for all other metals, these are insoluble. Understood? So in next 2 to 3 minutes, just revise all the points. Now I am realizing that we already discussed this table, I guess.
Yes, sir. We've already discussed.
Yeah, okay. But I realized now. I was thinking that we discussed only that first chart. But okay, this is important to proceed in remaining salt hydrolysis. So we just revise it. Because informations are fixed. We need to revise again and again because the same thing we discussed, I think, 2, 3 months before. These are very useful information.
Yes.
Okay, so I shared you the file. Now, what is idea? What we will do in next class? I am just briefing you, and I will suggest you just go through it once. Like in the first group, the radical was SST nahi aata kaam. Okay, so sulfide, thiosulfate. Okay, so we will take one by one. Okay, and we'll discuss about the reactions, involved reaction or identification. Because suppose in chloride we are getting HCl gas, so the color of gas. We already discussed color of gas and like color of bromine, color of iodine. We discussed or not?
So I think we discussed colors of
Okay.
precipitate.
Color of precipitate, not color and characteristics of gas.
No.
Okay, so I just shared you file. You just go through one by one, and in next lecture we will pick up all the radical individually. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but I will suggest please go through it once and just finish first group only, dilute acid group only. Okay. Okay, so we will continue in next class.
Thank you, sir.